The sun rises over the Great Plains, painting the sky in shades of orange and soft purple. Below, a vast land stretches as far as the eye can see. This is a place of raw, untamed beauty. Acacia trees stand like lonely sentinels against the horizon, their thorny branches reaching for the light. The earth itself is a deep, rich red, a color that seems to hold the very warmth of the African sun. It is a landscape that feels ancient, a world shaped not by human hands, but by the slow, patient forces of nature, wind, and rain. A deep silence hangs in the air, broken only by the first calls of waking birds. This is a world of dramatic contrasts. The flat grasslands give way to rolling hills and distant, hazy mountains that seem to touch the clouds. During the dry season, the grass turns to a pale gold, shimmering under the intense heat. When the rains finally arrive, the land transforms. It becomes a carpet of vibrant green, teeming with new life. Here, survival is a delicate dance. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest elephant, is part of an intricate web of existence. The land demands respect. It offers great bounty, but also presents great challenges. It is a place that feels both powerful and fragile. The air itself feels different here. It is crisp and clean, carrying the scent of wild herbs and dry earth. As the sun climbs higher, the heat begins to build, creating a shimmering haze over the distant plains. You can feel the immense space, the sheer scale of the wilderness around you. It is a humbling experience. In this great emptiness, one feels small, a tiny part of a much larger story. The landscape does not belong to people. Rather, people belong to the landscape. They have learned to live in harmony with its rhythms, to read its signs, and to honor its power. This is the stage upon which a remarkable human story unfolds. It is home to a people as iconic as the land itself. A people whose lives are woven into the very fabric of this wild place. They move with a quiet grace, their brightly colored robes a striking contrast to the earthy tones of the savanna. They are the Maasai. For them, this is not just a place to live. It is the heart of their identity, the source of their strength, and the keeper of their deepest mysteries. Their story is written not in books, but on the land itself, a timeless saga of resilience and tradition. If you've enjoyed exploring the wonders of the Maasai and their breathtaking homeland, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join us for more incredible journeys and stories from around the world. We'd love to have you with us on this adventure. As the morning light spreads, a new sound joins the dawn chorus. It is a low, gentle sound, the soft shuffling of hooves and the occasional deep moo. This is the sound of cattle, the lifeblood of the Maasai people. For the Maasai, cattle are not merely livestock. They are family. They are a measure of wealth, a source of sustenance, and a sacred connection to their ancestors and their god, Enkai. Each animal is known and cherished, its markings and temperament as familiar to its owner as the face of a child. The relationship between the people and their herds is one of profound, unspoken understanding. The day for a Maasai family begins and ends with their cattle. At sunrise, the young boys, who are the herd's caretakers, lead the animals out from the safety of the village enclosure. They guide them across the plains in search of fresh grass and water. This is a great responsibility, and they learn it from a very young age. They know how to read the clouds for signs of rain and how to find the best grazing spots. They must also be vigilant, watching for predators like lions and hyenas that roam these lands. The safety of the herd is the safety of the entire community, a trust placed in these young shepherds. Cattle are the center of every important moment in Maasai life. When a child is born, a cow might be given to celebrate. When a couple marries, cattle are exchanged between families, forging a powerful bond that unites not just two people, but two entire clans. They are a living bank, a form of wealth that can be drawn upon in times of need. But their value goes far beyond the material. The milk they provide is a staple of the Maasai diet, a nourishing gift from their most prized possessions. Nothing is wasted. Even the dung is used, mixed with mud to build the walls of their homes. This deep connection is a mystery to outsiders. But for the Maasai, it is the most natural thing in the world. They believe that all the cattle on earth were given to them by Enkai at the beginning of time. This belief shapes their entire worldview. To care for cattle is to fulfill a sacred duty. It is a pact made with the divine. As the herds move slowly across the landscape, they are more than just animals grazing. They are a living, breathing symbol of culture, a moving testament to a bond between humans, animals, and the land that has endured for centuries. At the heart of the savannah lies the Manyata, the Maasai village. It is a circular settlement built with a protective fence of thorny branches to keep the people and their precious cattle safe from the dangers of the night. Inside this circle, life unfolds according to ancient customs. The homes, called Inkajijik, are low, rounded structures built by the women from a mixture of mud, sticks, and cow dung. They are simple, yet strong, offering shelter from the scorching sun and the cool night air. The layout of the village is deliberate, a physical representation of the community's social structure and their need for unity. Family is the cornerstone of Maasai society. Life is deeply communal, and the bonds between relatives are incredibly strong. Children are raised not just by their parents, but by the entire village. Elders are revered for their wisdom and experience, their words carrying great weight in community decisions. They are the living libraries of the people, holding the knowledge of generations. When disputes arise, it is the elders who gather under a special tree to listen, mediate, and restore harmony. Their goal is always to maintain the balance and cohesion of the group, for survival here depends on everyone working together. Sharing is not just a virtue, it is a fundamental rule of life. If a family has plenty of milk, they will share it with a neighbor who has less. If a warrior returns from a successful hunt, the meat is distributed among the community. This spirit of generosity ensures that no one is left behind. It creates a powerful safety net, a web of mutual support that strengthens the entire village. This tradition of sharing extends to everything, from food and water to responsibilities and celebrations. It is a system born from the understanding that the well-being of the individual is inseparable from the well-being of the group. Within the Manyata, every person has a role, a purpose that contributes to the whole. The women build the homes, raise the children, and create intricate beadwork that tells stories of their family and status. The young boys herd the cattle, while the older boys begin their journey to become warriors. The men are the protectors and the decision makers. This clear division of labor creates a society that runs like a well-oiled machine, each part working in concert with the others. It is a world of order and tradition, where every action is guided by customs passed down through countless generations. There is a sound that carries across the plains, a rhythmic chant that seems to rise from the earth itself. It is the sound of the Moran, the young Maasai warriors. They gather in a line, their tall, slender bodies draped in red cloth, their hair intricately braided and colored with ochre. They stand proud and still, and then, one by one, they begin to jump. This is the Adumu, the famous jumping dance. Now it's not a dance of celebration alone, it is a display of strength, agility, and endurance. The warriors leap straight into the air, their bodies rigid, their feet never seeming to touch the ground for long. The higher a warrior can jump, the more respect he earns from his peers. The dance is a competition, a friendly rivalry that showcases their physical prowess. But it is also a ritual with deep meaning. It is part of the long and arduous journey from boyhood to manhood. To become a Moran, a young man must prove his courage and his readiness to defend his community. This training is shrouded in mystery and filled with challenges that test both body and spirit. They learn to survive in the wilderness, to track animals, and to face danger without fear. They are the guardians of the people and their cattle. The life of a warrior is one of great honor, but also great sacrifice. For a period of several years, they live separately from the main village, forming a tight-knit brotherhood. They are responsible for protecting the community from predators and rival tribes. In the past, a young man might have been required to hunt a lion with only a spear to prove his bravery. While many of these practices have changed, the core spirit of the warrior remains. It is a spirit of discipline, courage, and unwavering loyalty to their people. They are a symbol of Maasai strength and pride. This coming-of-age process is one of the most sacred and secretive of all Maasai traditions. The ceremonies that mark their transition into warriors are private affairs, filled with rituals known only to the initiated. It is a time of intense instruction where the elders pass down the laws, the history, and the values of their culture. The young men emerge from this period transformed, no longer boys, but Moran, ready to take on the immense responsibility of protecting their world. The jumping dance is the visible expression of this inner strength, a powerful declaration of their readiness for the challenges that lie ahead. To stand on the Maasai plains is to be surrounded by a symphony of natural sounds. The wind is a constant companion, whispering through the tall grasses and whistling around the thorny branches of the acacia trees. It carries with it the scents of the wild, the sweet perfume of blooming flowers after the rain, the dusty smell of the dry earth, and the distant, musky aroma of a herd of wildebeest. The land speaks in a language of its own, and the Maasai have learned to listen intently. The cry of a particular bird might signal the presence of a predator, while the direction of the wind can predict a coming storm. As day turns to night, the soundtrack of the savannah changes. The familiar sounds of the village, the laughter of children, the lowing of cattle give way to the sounds of the wilderness. The deep, guttural roar of a lion echoes across the plains, a chilling reminder of the power that prowls in the darkness. The high-pitched whoop of a hyena pack can be heard, their calls creating an eerie but beautiful chorus. The air is filled with the chirping of crickets and the croaking of frogs near a waterhole. These are not sounds of fear for the Maasai, but the normal, expected rhythms of their world. Inside the protective circle of the Manyata, the sounds of the community provide a sense of comfort and security. A fire crackles at the center of each home, its gentle popping a soothing backdrop to the evening. The elders might tell stories, their low voices weaving tales of heroic ancestors, cunning animals, and the creation of the world. These stories are more than entertainment. They are lessons, passing on the wisdom and values of the culture to the next generation. The soft murmurs of conversation and the occasional cry of a baby are threads in the rich tapestry of village life. The connection to this soundscape is profound. It informs every aspect of Maasai life, from their daily routines to their spiritual beliefs. They live not in opposition to the wild, but as an integral part of it. The roar of the lion is not just a threat, it is a sign of a healthy ecosystem. The call of the honey-guide bird is an invitation to a partnership, leading them to a sweet reward. Every sound has a meaning, every scent a story. To be among the Maasai is to experience the world through heightened senses, to feel the pulse of the land in every gust of wind and every distant animal call. The world is changing, but here, in the heart of the Great Plains, an ancient way of life endures. The traditions of the Maasai are not relics of the past. They are a living, breathing culture, as vibrant and resilient as the land they call home. Their customs, from the sacred bond with their cattle to the rigorous training of their warriors, form an unbroken circle that connects the past, the present, and the future. This circle is built on a deep respect for nature, a powerful sense of community, and an unshakable faith in their identity. It is a way of being that has allowed them to thrive for centuries in this demanding environment. The mysteries of the Maasai are not meant to be solved, but to be respected. The true meaning of their rituals, the depth of their spiritual beliefs, and the intricacies of their social bonds are things that can only be fully understood from within. To an outsider, their world is full of wonder and suspense. Why are cattle so important? What trials must a young warrior face? What secrets are shared around the elders' fire? These questions draw us in, inviting us to look closer, not with the aim of dissecting their culture, but with a sense of awe for its complexity and beauty. The enduring strength of the Maasai lies in their ability to hold fast to their core values while adapting to the world around them. Their brightly colored clothing, their intricate beadwork, and their iconic jumping dance are all powerful symbols of a culture that refuses to be forgotten. They are a statement of identity, a proud declaration of who they are. In a world that often seems to be moving faster and faster, the Maasai offer a different perspective, a reminder of the importance of community, the value of tradition, and the profound connection we can have with the natural world. To witness the Maasai way of life is to glimpse a different way of seeing the world. It is to understand that wealth can be measured in cattle, that strength can be shown in a dance, and that wisdom can be found in the stories of elders. The Great Plains and the people who live here share an inseparable destiny. The wind will continue to whisper across the savanna, the lions will continue to roar in the night, and the Maasai will continue to guard their herds and honor their traditions. The circle remains unbroken, a timeless and beautiful mystery at the heart of Africa.